Welcome to another Cards Unbarred episode. My name's Ryan, and in this video, I'm not actually going to be going over a game itself, but instead more of a gaming accessory, if you will. And that is the Smart Game chips. These are a great alternative to anybody who might be looking into getting themselves some poker chips or maybe metal coins or something for a lot of games, specifically card games, that require you keeping track of points or keeping score on pen and paper. This is a great alternative to using that. This box, to get one box itself, only costs around $6. So as I mentioned, things like poker chips or metal coins can be great alternative, but those can also be pretty expensive. So to be able to find an option that is only $6. Now, I guess I should mention, these are from Japan. So if you are going to purchase them, you would need to be prepared that it is going to be shipped from Japan. So if you're getting them just by themselves, the shipping is going to be way more than the cost of the item itself and probably isn't worth it. So this is more or less if you already are getting an order from Japan. Since a lot of the games on this channel that I'll be showing off and talking about most likely are going to be card games that are coming from Japan. So if you're looking to get an order together or you already have an order, which if you aren't familiar on how to do that, I do have a video for a Zen Market tutorial, which is a forwarding service to buy games from Japan. I'll link it. I'll put it in the little dot of the eye, whichever side it's on, so that you can watch that if you need to. But this would just be a great little addition to add on to that cart. Like I said, for only $6, if you're already getting a bunch of other things, then it's totally worth it. But yeah, these things are great. I have only had them for a couple weeks now, but I'm putting them in any game that requires for scoring. But yeah, let's go to the table and I'll show you what comes in the box. So taking a look at the components that come within the Smart Game Chips box, there are 6 00 circle tokens, 6 player color markers in 6 different colors, 4 suit markers that are double-sided that also have X's on the back of them, and various amounts of denominations from 1 to 50. There are 12 ones, 8 twos, 6 threes, 4s, and 5s, and 6 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. And then it also comes with this sheet that gives you a list of all the components that are in the box. So the first reason why I love these tokens is because of the denominations that come in this game being 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Because a lot of times most coins or poker chip sets that you get only have 1s and 5s. So it tends to be a little bit harder to make those exact numbers whenever you have a smaller number set to worry about. So if you're ever trying to get 3, you always have to grab 3 ones. Or if you're ever trying to, like, maybe you have 9 and you get 3 points and you're trying to make that change to get to 12. It's just so nice to just have the exact number that you need within that one chip and just go, okay, a 10 and a 2, and I've got exactly what I need. I know that's a very minor thing, but it's just what makes these chips, to me personally, a really good option to use for points tokens. Now, I know you're saying that, well, they only go up to 50, so what happens if you're playing something that has hundreds? What if you need to go to 1,000? Well, that's what these little 00 tokens are for. As you can see, that little hole on the left side of it is the exact size of these smaller tokens. So all you have to do is put one of the little tokens in there and now you've got 100. So if you're trying to get to 500 or 1,000, you would just put 2 500s together. And there you go, you've got 1,000. Now, of course, they are limited to having only 6 in the box. So if you are playing a game like an 18xx or something where you might use these and you need to have multiple people go up that high, you might run out. But again, because this box is so cheap, it only being around $6, grabbing 2 or 3 of these, you should be set for any possible game that you'd be playing. So just going over the other thing here real quick are these suit markers, which have the 4 basic suits you'd find in a game. You could use these for if you're playing a trick-taking game for something like Trump. If you're using 4 suits that match these, and maybe you need to denote what Trump is for that round, you could say, oh, well, diamonds are Trump this round, and just put that out so everybody can easily remember. I don't know how much I'd actually use these for that or really for any other reason. But on the back side of these is the absolute reason why I'd use these tokens. And that's because these X's would denote if somebody has negative points. So let's say, for example, somebody had 5 points. Put that X next to them, it shows them they have negative 5 points. Slight downside to this, there are only 4 of them. So if you are playing a 5 or 6 player game and everybody's in the negatives, there wouldn't be enough of these. But like I said before, buy 2 or 3 boxes of these, you'll have plenty to go around. Of course, if you are also playing a game where everybody's getting negative points, then you almost wouldn't even need these because it's just everybody, whatever their scores, becomes negative. And then the last little bits here are the player pieces. If you ever just want to put that in front of somebody, a game doesn't come with colors, or maybe it does. Like, for example, one of my favorite games, Schadenfreude, has the little meeples that you put on the scoring track to show what your score is on there, but it doesn't really have anything to keep in front of players to see what color they are. So if somebody wants to know, oh, who's got the 32 points right now, you'd have to kind of keep asking unless you remembered. So these could be a fun little way to just put that color in front of you so people can see the meeples and then see those tokens and make that connection a little quicker. And to show you where you can buy them online, which I hope I'm pronouncing correctly, sugorokuya.jp is the company who makes them. So if you go to their site, it'll actually show you all of the dealers nationwide that stock it. And you can see there's a whole long list of all the different locations you can go to. I personally got mine from Yellow Submarine, but as of the time of this recording, they are currently out of stock. So the next place that I would recommend is Korokorodu. They currently are in stock at their location. And as you can see, for 770 yen, which comes out to right around $6 US. But there you have it. That's everything you need to know about the smart game chips and where to buy them. Like I said, a great alternative to poker chips, metal coins, or pen and paper. If you have any questions about the smart game chips itself or any comments, leave them down below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Thanks so much for watching.